Hi everyone, my name's Cheryl Hurst. I'm an independent Stepping Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. How are you today? Today I'm going to do friendly fins like I did the other day, but I am going to use some techniques for you to play with. So I thought this was a good one to do some techniques with. So we're going to do some splattering, watercolor detail, and watercolor wash, and some other things as well as we go along. So get some techniques going, get inspired, and especially with the new catalogue coming, let's get inspired. So what you'll need is this fluid 100 watercolor paper. Okay, and I've cut it to size of the first layer. And I've got Pretty Peacock as my base because that will bring it out, because we're looking at the sea things. So we've got that. I've done a lot of prep beforehand. So when you buy the water painters, which are, I don't know at this stage if they're still available or not. Sorry, because I'm doing this ahead of time. But there's a pack of 3, and I've just got one in another pack where I was doing the watercolors. From the kit. So we've got 3. So we'll need some water brushes. Now you can use re-inkers or you can use your stamp pad, but this one you'll need re-inker, and you'll need the Whisper White refill. Okay, and I've got all these. There. Tinkling. I've got all these dies I've cut out bits, so we've done some die cutting, and these all fit. And I used the shark, the hammerhead shark as well, for that, and that fits all in the mini. Okay, I just want to put them all together because I know when I go looking for them later on that they would have disappeared in this room that I call my stamping studio. And there's a lot of things in here, especially when we're going through a last chance. So this is last chance, and the stamps are last chance. I'm going to still use happy birthday. I want to use happy birthday. I need birthday cards, desperate for birthday cards. So start here. So I've got the fluid water paper, and what I like to do, and it's up to you how you do it, like you can use the re-inkers and put them on your blocks, but I'm quite happy, I don't do this for a moment, I'm quite happy to just put it on a stamping block from the ink pad. So I've got Lost Lagoon, I'll put that there. And I've got, I'm going to use this one is Pretty Peacock. I'm going to do the same. Just going to put some on there as well. So this is our water wash. So we want this to be really weak. So I'm going to use the very thick brush. You can see that I don't even think it's been used. And I want that, and I'm going to get my rag and that. So I want that to be really wet. So fill them up. And the thing about this too, I'll tell you before I start, is if you've got these and you don't know how, you know how you turn, you always go to the right, go to the left, and it undoes. Okay. And then you go to the right. So you do the opposite to what you normally do. Okay, so that's a thing to remember. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to wet it with the water first. All the paper, the whole lot. Okay, so just going to wet it really well. Okay, so you can see there I've really wet it. I haven't done one to let it dry, so we might have to put it under the heat tool to get it dry. Okay, so we're going to really wet it. Okay, and now excuse me, I'm going to use the darker colour first. I'm going to get the pretty peacock, and I'm going to put a lot of water on there, and I'm just going to swish it around, and I'm going to get this is a scrap of the fluid water paint, so I'm just waiting to see the colour I want. That's good. So I don't want it too dark, so we want it really watery, and we're just going to paint up like that. Okay, just paint it up like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Here we don't need much because we're spreading it. Okay, we just might get a little bit there. Just maybe just make it a bit darker down the bottom here, just a little bit darker. Just that right down the bottom there. Okay, it doesn't have to be right to the edge because we're doing paper. So now I'm just going to run that through to clean it. So all I'm looking for is that when I do it, there's no anything on it. I'm going to do the same again on another piece of paper. I'm going to wipe that off because I don't need that anymore. Okay, and I am going to load the Lost Lagoon up with lots of water, because this is in the more shallow, and that looks great, love it. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to do the same. We're just going to put it all to the top as well, because we laid the water on there. It makes it so much easier to spread. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Just the same, we're just going to clean our brush. Always clean it until the water runs free of any colour. So I've still got a bit of colour there, so I'll just run it a bit. Okay, so we've got that done. Now I'll just tidy this mess up, because we don't want that everywhere. You've seen me craft before and I get stuff everywhere, so I'm just going to wipe that off. I do have the chamois for it, but I have to get it. Okay, so now we're just going to, so you can see it curling a bit. So I'm just going to get the heat tool, and I think I'll have to plug it in. So, yep, just hold on a sec. And I'll just take the computer out. Put the heat tool in. Okay. I like to take it. I don't like leaving it the power on this, especially if I haven't used it for a while. Now this heat tool is great. It's got a little stand that you can stand, and it's got a protection there, so you don't burn your fingers, because that gets very hot. So I'm sorry for the noise. I'm just going to put it on 2 and just fire up, and I'm just going to dry it. And I don't want to cook it. You can see it's gone through there. So I can just rest that now. I'll just put that down there, rest it so it doesn't burn anything. So we've got that. It's pretty dry, pretty dry. So while we're just still mucking around, I am going to get a piece of white, not that piece. Okay, and I am going to get, so I only need scrap, and I am going to get pretty peacock, and oops, Easter greetings. I haven't put that one away. Okay, so we've got that happy birthday, and just get my paper snips, and I'm just going to cut that. I'm not fussy cutting in the sense, I'm just cutting what I want to do. I'm going to separate them. There's another technique, just separating your stamps, and we'll just get closer, nice and close. Okay, so we've got that done. Now the only other stamping we need to do at this stage is, not that piece, we need to, where's my container? We need to get a piece here. And I'll only do it on this one, I won't, I've got a scrap here where you can see I've done it before. So I'm going to get my grey granite. So this is a 2-stamp process. So you get your, wait a minute, I'll put happy, oh no, I'll do this first. Put the shark down here, hammerhead shark. I've seen them on a cruise ship floating around, I think it was in New Zealand, not pretty. And now I just need the middle piece, and I'm just going to get that, and we're going to stamp off, and we're going to, sorry, I have to stand up so I can see. Lining up the best I can. And there. Oh. Alright, we'll fix that up. We'll start again. We'll not rock the stamp. Do this. How did I do it? I had him going up. Look at the old cardstock. I only make thoughts, I've not made a mistake doing this before. Then I made 2 mistakes. Okay, now I'll get this one. Always do it on video. Now, there, we've got it. And we're going to close that because we're finished with that. And I'm just going to get pretty peacock again. Put happy birthday down here. There, our stamping's done. Now, get the card base. And I can put that inside the card. inside. Just like that. Beautiful. Now we're going to, before I put this one, we'll just leave that. Okay, so now we decorate with all our bits and pieces. So we've got this piece, and we're going to put that sort of sort of like that. So we're going to glue this one down. Lots of fun. Actually, before I do that, there's one thing I want to do, because I'll get it all over the other stuff. I want to get my white, Whisper White ink and put a, I need a drop, just a drop from the inker. Get just some water, it's nice and clear. Water there. I'm not using that because I think this stuff is a permanent ink. I've got just a brush, and I'm just going to really wet it. And this is the technique, is the splatter, and I'm just going to flick the brush just over here. Just get some more ink on there. Oops, that will be covered. So that's all you need. So now I just wipe that all off. So that's done. Now we'll put this on here. This is still wet, that white ink. So we'll put that there. I have to be careful not to smudge it. Okay. Going to put the shark up here. Shark can go up there. And just glue him. I don't think I'm going to do anything special there yet. So I'm going to put the shark up here. And we've got some grey, that will be like rocks. Put the rocks over here. Hope you can see, sorry. I don't need this. I'll just put that over here so you can see better. Put it there. Got the cone. And what you can do if you want to get your daubers, and you can colour in if you want as well. I'm going to put that just like that. Got a crayfish. I'm going to put the other, where's the other one?